The Sensational 7 Countdown, sponsored by Sleep Tight, better bed, less money. Number 7.
We kick off the Sensational 7 Countdown on the track where the Mark Twain Becky Thatcher Relays was full of thrilling finishes, but no race was more exciting than the boys' mile. Down the stretch, Hannibal's Eli Hess found himself in a battle, but check out the fight to hang on to come away with the win in a time of 4:45.50. Hess kicked it into high gear and got the job done, and yeah, how can you not be fired up after that?
Number 6.
We stick with the track and field action, this time coming from the KHQA Relays, and yes, it's the freshman sensation Avery Rump. In the 1500-meter run, Rump would run away from the competition. Literally, run away from the competition, and she would win in dominating fashion. She finished in a time of 5:08.23, and yeah, she's really good and is going to be a challenge for any competitor for years to come.
Number 5.
We got some bass fishing this week from the Rochester Invitational where the Liberty Eagles had themselves a monster day. Jack Lentz and Aiden Cook reeled in nearly 13 pounds of fish and would take top honors. Shout out to Mr. Lentz for winning big bass honors with his 4.62 pound catch that would hold up all day. And then it was Gavin Fessler and Carson Backham who would catch 10.61 pounds worth of fish and take home second place. I guess it was a bad day to be a bass, huh? A big day that was for the Eagles.
Number 4.
Let's do some softball action at number 4 where Quincy Notre Dame's Caitlin Bunty would have a big week. Now I know Caitlin has the word bunt in her last name, but that is the exact opposite of what she would do last week. First, against Quincy High School, the Blue Devils had a 1-run lead, but Miss Bunty would soon change that. Check out this blast from her, a 2-run shot to give the Lady Raiders a lead in that one, where they would eventually go on to win. And then in Saturday's showdown with Tolono Unity, she does it again, this time a 3-run homer. I'll tell you what, she's got some real power when she steps to the plate.
Number 3.
Fort Madison was in a showdown with Washington on the soccer pitch, and man, what a game it was. Xander Wellman doing everything to keep his team in the game, and you know, Chris said X gonna give it to you, well X gave it to him. Wellman would spoil Washington's comeback efforts off the restart, and that would be the game winner. A golden goal, and yeah, a hat trick for Mr. Wellman as well. This young man put on quite the show.
Number 2.
And speaking of game winners, Quincy High found themselves in a battle against Alleman after the Pioneers tied the game up and set up overtime. But Bree Lannert had something to say about that. Just 2 minutes into the extra time, she finds the back of the net and the Blue Devils defense locked it down from there. Great play for Bree and a big conference win for the Blue Devils.
Number 1.
But the top spot this week comes from the baseball diamond where the bats were hot and the swings were big. First, it was Alex Canori returning from injury and doing so in style. The bases were loaded and he would leave the yard and send the ball way over the left field fence. That ball was absolutely crushed. And then in Missouri, it was Clark County having a little fun courtesy of Drew Holstead. Game all tied at 1, but Mr. Holstead would give the Indians the lead with this towering shot. Yeah, a grand slam. Nice piece of hitting for Mr. Canoyer and Mr. Holstead, which is why they have earned top spot this week, Sensational 7 style.